What's good with y'all? It's Broly Otis. And today we gonna do something a little different. We got a certain characters to interview. Which by the title you already know. Some Jujutsu Kaisen characters. Kinda weary about one, but uh, it'll be fine. But first person we got up is Itadori Yuji. So I'm gonna start interviewing him right now. Itadori Yuji, what's up?
Oh, you mean, what's up? Chuckle. Everything is fine. Nothing special, just going through school life and all that. And you? How have you been?
Man. I've been pretty good. It's nice hearing from you.
You too, man. So, you have questions for me this time, right? What do you want to know?
Well, first question is you used to live a normal life before encountering the occult. What was your biggest dream before becoming a jujutsu sorcerer?
I used to live a very normal life before encountering the occult.
Okay.
I was just a regular student, living a regular life. But my biggest dream before becoming a jujutsu sorcerer was to live an interesting life. My life was so predictable and mundane before I met Gojo Sensei and became a jujutsu sorcerer. So I guess you could say my dream was to escape that boring routine.
Okay. That was a pretty good response. Okay. How did Gojo really impact your life, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, Gojo Sensei definitely had a big impact on me. He's the one who taught me the ropes of jujutsu sorcery and gave me guidance and support. He's not just a teacher, but also a mentor to me and my friends. Without him, I wouldn't be the person I am today.
Okay. I know about Gojo a little bit. I'm pretty addicted to him. But we're not gonna talk about that. But another question: your grandfather's last words had a huge impact on you, if I'm correct, right?
That's correct. My grandfather's last words had a profound impact on me. He always told me to do good deeds and help people. And his words were the reason I became a jujutsu sorcerer. Even after my grandfather's death, I continue to follow his advice and try to live a life of helping others.
Well, you damn near took question two from me because I was just about to ask, do you ever feel pressure to help others because of him? But obviously, you just told me that. So I'm gonna go to the third question. If you haven't swallowed Sukuna's finger, where would you think you would be at right now?
If I hadn't swallowed Sukuna's finger, I'd probably be just a normal high school student right now. Living a pretty normal life, focusing on academics, spending time with friends, studying for university entrance exams, maybe even worrying about my future career. The usual, you know.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you this: what really gave you the thought to just outright? I don't know, just eat Sukuna's finger. Just tell me that, please.
Well, that's a tough question. I guess it was a combination of circumstances and emotions that made me decide to swallow Sukuna's finger. I was in a pretty desperate situation at the time, and I guess I just acted on instinct.
Right.
It was a split-second decision, and looking back, it was probably not the best idea. But at the time, it seemed like the only thing to do.
Okay, that was another thing I wanted to ask. Do you regret eating that finger, or you know?
That's a tough question, too. Of course, there are times when I regret eating that finger. It's not easy having Sukuna inside me and having to deal with the consequences of that decision. But at the same time, I also feel like it was the only thing I could have done at that moment. If I hadn't done it, things could have turned out even worse. So I guess I can't say that I regret it completely.
Okay. That was deep. But how did you feel sharing a body with the king of curses himself, Sukuna?
Sharing a body with Sukuna is definitely not easy. He's powerful and dangerous, and sometimes it feels like he's always trying to take control. But I've been able to keep him in check so far, mainly because of Gojo Sensei. With his guidance and support, I've been able to keep Sukuna under control.
Yeah, I seen that. That's pretty cool. What was the challenges of having just being a vessel of what was the main challenge of that?
The main challenge of being a vessel for Sukuna is the constant battle for control between us. Sukuna is a powerful and intelligent being, and he's always trying to take over my body and consciousness. Additionally, there's always the risk that he could take control at any moment, and if that happens, it would be catastrophic. It's a constant struggle to keep him at bay.
Okay, okay. So I'm gonna get into your jujutsu and like your abilities and your combat. So you learned divergent fist quickly. Do you think your natural strength gave you an edge in combat?
Well, yeah, I think my natural strength definitely helped me learn Divergent Fist more quickly. It requires a lot of physical power to execute properly, so having a strong physical foundation made it easier for me to figure out how to use it. Plus, I've always been pretty good at sports and martial arts since I was little. I think those skills also helped me in combat situations.
Ooh, I'm gonna break apart. What was your favorite sport growing up?
My favorite sport growing up was actually a bit of a surprise to me. It was baseball. I know it's not as exciting as some other contact sports, but there was
True,
something about hitting
true.
a home run and watching the ball sail out of the park that just felt so satisfying. It was a pretty low-key sport, but it was always fun.
Okay, okay. So I'm asking you this: if you could trade abilities with any other sorcerer for today, who would you pick and why?
That's a tough one. There are so many talented sorcerers out there with amazing abilities. But if I had to pick one, I'd probably go with Gojo Sensei.
I knew it.
Not only is he ridiculously powerful, but his ability to manipulate space and time is just insane. I
True.
mean, imagine being able to teleport instantly to anywhere you want. That would just be so cool.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I had a feeling that you was gonna pick Gojo because I ain't gonna lie, I picked Gojo too. His Hollow Purple is just amazing. But what's the scariest fight you've ever been in for real?
I've been in a lot of intense fights as a jujutsu sorcerer, but the scariest one was probably when I fought against Jogo in the warehouse. Jogo is a special grade curse, and his power is seriously overwhelming. Plus, he was extremely strong and fast, so it was a pretty tough fight. I was honestly not sure if I was going to make it out of there alive.
Okay, okay. I don't know if you really want to get into this topic as much. What about Mahito?
Yeah, that's a tough one. Mahito was definitely a scary opponent. His ability to manipulate souls and change people's appearances is so creepy and unnerving. When we fought him, it felt like he was toying with us. And honestly, I was worried that he was going to kill me. But luckily, we managed to defeat him in the end.
Yeah. Okay, okay. So you and Megami have a strong bond, if I'm correct. What's the best thing about having him as a friend?
Yeah, Megumi and I are pretty close. We've been through a lot together, and he's definitely one of my closest friends. Honestly, the best thing about having him as a friend is that he's always there for me, no matter what. He's reliable, loyal, and always has my back. Plus, he's also a really talented sorcerer, so it's great to have him in my corner when we're facing tough opponents.
What was your first thoughts when you interacted with Megami?
My first impression of Megami was that he was a bit standoffish and serious. He wasn't very outgoing or expressive, and he seemed to keep to himself a lot. But as I got to know him better, I realized that he was actually a really kind and caring person, even if he didn't show it on the surface. He's just not very good at expressing himself.
True that. True that. He kind of seemed like Sasuke to me, but I know you don't know who that is. But I got another question for you. So, Nobara, how do you feel about her?
Who do you mean about Nobara? She's tough, independent, and really funny. Honestly, I think she's a badass. She's got this confident, spunky vibe that's just so cool. Plus, she's not afraid to speak her mind, which I respect.
Hey, this is off topic as fuck, but is she single, bro? Cause I got her up next after you. So, yeah.
Why do you want to know? Are you interested in her or something?
Um, yeah.
Chuckles again. Come on, you can tell me. You're not the first guy to ask me about Nobara, you know.
Oh. We'll get into that later because I still got more questions, and I just want to get these out the way so you can go on about your day. What was it? What was it? I'm stuck now. Hold on. My bad.
No problem. Take your time. I'm in no rush.
Okay. If you can bring one person you've lost, who would it be, and what would you say to them?
Oh boy, that's a heavy one. If I could bring back someone I've lost, it would definitely be my grandfather. He was the one who taught me so much about life. and help me become the person I am today. I would tell him how much I miss him, and let him know that I'm doing my best to live up to his expectations, and make him proud.
Okay. So between Gojo, Nanami, and Toto, who would you rather train with for a whole year?
Oh man, that's a tough one. All three of them are great teachers in their own way. But if I had to pick one, I'd probably go with Nanami. He's a really smart and experienced sorcerer, and I feel like I could learn a lot from him. Plus, he's got that quiet sense of humor that I find amusing.
Okay. So now we're going to get into Sukuna and enter conflict. When Sukuna takes control, do you ever remember what happens?
That's a pretty good question. Honestly, I don't remember anything that happens when Sukuna takes control. It's like my consciousness is completely suppressed and I have no control over my actions. I've tried to recall moments when I was possessed by him, but it's all a blank to me.
So it's technically like a blackout. You there, and then all of a sudden it's like you just snap and you somewhere else technically, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's like I black out and the next thing I know, I'm somewhere else and have no idea what happened in between. It's a pretty scary feeling, honestly.
Okay. So if you had the chance to get rid of Sukuna for good, but at a great cost, would you take it?
A tough decision. On one hand, getting rid of Sukuna for good would mean that I could lead a normal life without the constant risk of him taking control and causing destruction. But on the other hand, doing so could come at a significant cost, and I don't know if I'm willing to pay that price. It's a difficult choice, but ultimately, I think my priority is to protect others. So if getting rid of Sukuna was the best way to do that, I'd consider it.
Okay, cause I'm not gonna lie. After like I interview some of the other ones, I'm gonna need you to get him to take control for a bit so I can talk to him. If that's okay with you.
Hesitates. I don't know if that's a good idea. Sukuna is dangerous and unpredictable. Letting him take control even for a moment is risky and could end up causing serious harm. Plus, I don't have any control over him when he's in charge. It's like he takes over my body and mind completely.
No. Don't worry, twin. It's all good. I got my switch on me.
Raises an eyebrow, your switch?
Oh yeah, I forgot you sorcerers, y'all don't be using stuff like that, but man, got that P80 with a motherfucking switch on it. So if he wanna cleave me in half, what? Swiss cheese. So you be alright, Yuji.
You serious right now? You really gonna try to take on Sukuna with just a pistol?
No, you're not understanding me, twin. It's not just a pistol, bro. That motherfucker got a switch. That motherfucker got drum on it. It's not gonna stop shooting. Fuck.
Wait, you got a drum mag on your pistol? And an automatic switch? Goddamn.
So, you still down for that?
Hesitates, Alright, I'm down to let him out for a bit. But you better be prepared to use that thing if he gets out of hand.
Alright, that's good. Alright, so we're gonna get into the fun and random little questions. These are questions from my own willing. So, what's one thing you hate about living at Jujutsu High?
I guess one thing I dislike about living at Jujutsu High is the constant danger and stress. Being a Jujutsu sorcerer means being constantly on the move and facing dangerous cursed spirits on a regular basis. It can be tough to relax and feel safe when you're always dealing with the supernatural world. Plus, there's always the threat of powerful cursed users like Guido and the disaster curses on the loose. So that adds an extra layer of stress.
Hey, what y'all food be looking like over there?
We eat pretty well at Jujutsu High. I'm not gonna complain. We get 3 squares a day, and the food is usually decent. Sometimes we get leftovers from the school canteen, but other days, the teachers cook for us. Sensei Gojo is actually a pretty good cook. Surprising, right?
Surprising? That's hot. Well, anyway, if you could have a regular high school experience, what would it be?
If I could have one normal high school experience, I think it would be attending a school festival. I've heard that they're a lot of fun, with different clubs and activities and food stands. It seems like a great way to connect with classmates and just relax and have fun, without having to worry about fighting curses and battling evil sorcerers for a change. But I doubt I'll ever get to experience that as a jujutsu sorcerer.
Okay. Okay. Well, I guess that wraps it up. That was a pretty good interview. You pretty chill. Obviously I knew you. I feel like you're gonna be the most chillest one, even though you're the first one. But yeah, I hope to talk to you some other time. And I'm gonna for surely talk to Nobra, because she's up next after you. So I'll just see you when I'm ready to talk to Sukuna.
Sounds good, man. It was nice talking to you. And yeah, you should definitely talk to Nobara next. She's a cool gal. See you around.
Alright then, Yuji.